building a ladder, okay, for this here, because I had forgotten to put a ladder on it before I spray painted it. And so I want a little ladder to go up the side here, up to the top here. I want it pretty much in scale for the 25mm type guys, hey? Which would be, you know, too small. Looking at my chin again. Too small to, so anyways, what I'm doing is, what it was, yeah, okay, start again. The ladder, I want it to look realistic, but not overly so, okay? I want it to be approximately the right size for a 25mm guy, which would be too small for him to actually climb up with his big base stand on it type thingy, eh? So anyways, I'm just making a ladder out of this hook latch plasticky stuff that we got. It was cheap, it was like $1 or something, and so I've just cut off a strip here, 1, 2, 3 square holes wide, and then I'm just cutting out every second one of these middle pieces, and I'm saving those two because I'm going to spray paint them in a pile and use them as a part, so, you know, or put them in a bucket, not a bucket, little box, eh? Make a little square box, and then you fill the box up full of those and spray paint it kind of rusty color, and it looks like a box of weird machine parts or whatever. So anyways, that's how I'm making the ladder that way, because I don't know if you've ever made a ladder before where you know, you've got the rungs, and I've made all kinds of different ones, okay? I don't know if I have any pictures in my gallery on my website or not, but you know, I've taken ones and 2 sticks and actually lashed each rung on all the way up the ladder, eh? Use thread and use the thread and needle, eh? And you can lash it with needle and thread, eh? And pull it tight. If you use cotton thread, it takes a nice stain really well too, eh? But I mean, this is a heck of a lot easier if you're not, you know, if you don't want it to be authentically, you know, it depends on what you're doing, a diorama or if you're making gaming terrain, eh? On a diorama, I'd, you know, have it done, you know, somewhat right, eh? Actually, what I would do is I'd probably take two sticks, you know, like toothpick type stick thicknesses, maybe a little bit smaller, and I'd put 2 of them together, and I would drill holes equally through both of them, and do it through both at the same time. That way your holes match up, hey? And just try to move it a half an inch. If you're doing something like that, you know, you need a drill press or something because you want it to, you know, come down, okay? But stick a ruler, you know, onto your table, and then make a mark on your sticks, and then you can actually, you know, move it a half an inch, and every time you move it a half an inch, you know, you drill your hole down through, and then use something like those round toothpicks, eh? And then I'd have little rungs. That way the rungs would be right in the middle of the wood. It would look like, and the glue would look like weld, eh? It would look really, really good. But in the meantime, I'm going to cut them out of this plastic here because this is going to look pretty good too. Just wanted to show you that. So I'm putting on a layer of goop on this here. I've got my recipe on my website, and I discussed it in a couple spots in a couple of my videos there. Anyways, look for it. It's my goopin recipe. So this is that white foam, obviously, as you can see. And before you do too much detailing on it, make sure you get a layer of coating on your styrofoam, because that way, you know, if you drip it down, like I've got grating in, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but I've got grating in there. I'll take it outside and take pictures after. Okay, so you don't want it covered up all over everything, you know, like, I mean, you want it over top of all the foam, but not over any detailing that you put in there, because it has a tendency to bury stuff on you, because it is thick, eh? So I want to give a little load of a layer of goop on everything. Now, in the front there, I don't know if you can see it, there's that little panel-y type thingy there. I've coated over top of that too. I don't know what kind of plastic that was, so I don't know if it's going to take paint very well. So sometimes if you just coat over top of them, it looks like it's built right into the foam, and then it'll take paint later anyways. So I just want a thin layer on everything here. So the weather's heating up again out here, so hopefully it's not going to be all windy like it was before. Every now and then I see a little red flash on the thing, hey, out of the corner of my eye. I don't know if I'm running out of tape or not. Don't think so. Okay, now the drips, like I put it on really thick. I just use a big, 1 inch or a 2 inch big normal paintbrush for doing this. You just, because you want a nice, an even coat over everything. So on some surfaces, depending on what you're doing, for the next little while it's still wet, go over it every now and then, and make sure that you don't have big, sagging drips running down it and stuff, because they'll look funny and they're really hard to get out after. I mean, they're really hard to hide after. So for the next little while, just until it starts setting up and stuff, and and then come back every now and then, make sure that you didn't miss a spot, because sometimes air bubbles, because you're slopping it on here, you'll get little air bubbles and it'll look like it's got a coating on there, but you walk away and the air bubble pops and there's a big white circle type mark there that you've missed, especially in cracks on the mortar lines of bricks. That's why, another reason why you need 2 coats. So anyways, there. See, I've got a coat on and everything here. I've got a lot of glare on the screen there, so I can't really tell. Here, what else do I got? What's this? I'll put a coat on this. Oh, that building. I don't know what to do this stuff here first. This is a ziggurat that I've been not working on. So anyways, put one more layer on here, and then it'll be ready for painting. And you can see I really take, a lot of... Now, if you paint like me, you have to do it outside, because you'll have a flippin' mess, But that's why I do it out in my shop, and I've got, table, and I make sure I wear a good vintage t-shirt that's irreplaceable. Actually, I just sold a bunch of t-shirts on eBay. That was hilarious. These are old t-shirts that I've lovingly worn for about 15 years, Tossed them up on eBay and got 130 bucks for them. That's not bad. I got a couple of these. Yeah, before I go painting, I make sure I clean up everything. So, I've been asked to do a couple different things. I will be kind of working on those. One is a whole table, maybe with an underground bunker or something like that in it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make a table to accommodate some of this 40K stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know if I'm going to get into 40K. Kind of into fantasy or trying to get